Oh, God's story told by me. This is my testimony. This is part 2. Continue on about school and how horrible it was. When your brother does whatever he wants with you, and he takes it back to school and tells everybody about it. For some reason it gave people the pass to think they can do the same thing to me. I would get jumped, raped in the stairwells of the apartment complexes I lived in. At school. We weren't allowed to buy our own stuff, you know, because we didn't have much money. So I used to steal from the PX, which is, you're not military, it's the shopping center. And I would take these stuffed animals I would steal all the time, or I would go to the commissary, which is the grocery store, and they had these starter jackets, man. Big puffy starter jackets when it first came out. I used to cut an L shape in the back of mine, on the inside, so that way when I stole those big packets of Hubba Bubble gums that come in tin, I can just slide it in that little cut seam and slide it all the way around to the front and fill up the whole jacket. And because, you know, it was a style to wear things extra baggy, I would get like, it was my little thing, I would just get like the XL, you know, men's size. So it was pretty much wearing a whole, you know, blanket, and I would just stack that up. And then when they tried to get me for like stealing, they would pat me down and open up my jacket to check the pockets. Man, wasn't nothing me in them, because it was actually inside the jacket. So I never got caught. I mean, the times I did get caught, I didn't have anything on me. So it's funny, but not funny, you know. But I used to sell that at school in the hallways. So I wasn't a drug dealer, I was a candy pusher. I would skip school and sell all those stuffed animals and those candies in the hallways, make my money, and try to buy me clothes that wasn't making me look like Laura Ingalls pants, so that they couldn't pull up my dress while I'm walking down the hallway. Pull my hair. My hair was so long that people sat behind me. Would tie it to the chairs, so when I get up I couldn't move, my hair would be stuck. They all sit there and laugh and stuff. By the time I was in 6th grade, I didn't even attend school. I had to skip school all the time, but it's kind of easy to do when nobody even checks your report cards no more, because you just make straight F's because you can't read, can't write, and because your attitude was so bad, instead of just getting made fun of, so they weren't calling me, I would just be the class clown all the time. So that the teachers would just go ahead and just pass me to the next level, because they'd rather just pass me than deal with me. Kind of intelligent on my part. Never did graduate high school. They tried to enroll me in the 9th grade, I don't know how many times, but I was permanently pretty much trying to stay out of my house by the time I was 12. Roamed the streets, got into gangs. So I got pregnant with my first daughter. Oh, that was horrible. Ended up with this man who was really nice. Really nice. Until he found out I was pregnant. And that's when the abuse began. He used to beat the living crap out of me. He always make it a way to where he could lock the outside of the trailer to where I couldn't get out, but he could still get back in. Because when he was at work, he didn't want me going nowhere and do nothing. So then he asked his brother to come home, or live with us, and keep an eye on me. And every time he came home, he would talk to us separately, and if our stories didn't match up, we both got a beating. It was that bad. Kicked me out of a moving vehicle when I was 7 months pregnant, going about 40 miles. Luckily, me and the baby didn't get hurt, but He got arrested 3 times in one night for beating the living crap out of me. He beat my face so bad with a crowbar, I ain't got no teeth from here on back. It's all before my daughter was born, so. See, when I was younger, I believed in church. I believe in God. I went to church a lot. I had no choice. My mom was in there every single day. Every hour of the day, I do so much church that I felt like I didn't need to go to church for the rest of my life because I've been there all day, every day. When we went to church on Sundays, we left about 3, 4 in the morning because we'd go pick up people who needed a ride, and we'd get there, and we didn't get home till about 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. That was every Sunday, because after each service, we would sit there and volunteer and clean and do all that stuff. So, you know, I was real close. I understood God, but I couldn't understand why the suffering. I couldn't believe that the God that was supposed to love us so much would allow so much pain, so much abuse. Not just to me, but I was sitting there thinking, all the stuff I'm going through. Imagine what other people are going through. And you're sitting there thinking about, my whole thoughts was always about how much pain and misery these other people were in. It was always about the other people. And that broke my heart. Knowing about other people's pain, I didn't care about my pain. I literally didn't think I deserved, or that my pain mattered. That was just how I was born. That's just what was meant for me. So what I was going through didn't matter. But how can he let that happen to other people? All these kids suffering, going in pain. And then I would see how hypocritical these church people was. How they would judge everybody. How they would treat all my black friends. And how these so-called people that was in charge of the church could also touch the little girls in the church. Why would a pastor know? Why would a pastor do that? I wanted to know why you're supposed to be God's people and why you would do that. It happened so much to me. I thought I was born with this coaster stuck to my forehead, a bumper sticker. Either that or my butt that says, please have at it. Because no matter where I went, everybody just like to put hands on people. Just think that it's their right to just go and just touch people without permission and just do whatever. I don't know. And it made me so sick. I didn't want to be beautiful. I'm not trying to sound conceited or nothing. By no means. But as a little kid, when you got everybody just coming up to you and just be like, oh, you're so beautiful. And the women would tell you that afar, but then they just treat you so mean. They was jealous and hated you and backstab you and do all kinds and just treated you so evil. And then you got all the evilness from all the people, the women, to all the men that just think just because you're beautiful that they have every right to do whatever they want with you because you're just, makes me sick. Makes you not want to be pretty. Makes you want to be ugly. And I had everybody that would tell me, if I said a curse word, don't curse, it'll make you ugly. You want to be ugly? Yeah, I did. So I made sure I cursed every second, every minute of every day. And I began my most foulest mouth because I figured it would make people, it's supposed to make me turn ugly. So that was my thing. I said the F word every second. Cursed, everything was just a curse word. Whew. Love you. I gotta make a